What is up, everyone? We are back in Forza doing something that I wanted to do a little bit ago but just haven't had the time to really do, considering we just had the NASCAR Chicago race, which I think besides all the weather it seemed like a pretty good success, especially with the racing, which everyone seemed to love. This is an idea that I have heard in the paddock talked about. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, like maybe not on the IndyCar and IMSA weekend, maybe, but NASCAR going to Long Beach. I think it could actually work very well, and I think the fans would absolutely love it, but like the scheduling of it and everything else would be difficult to do. I think it's possible, but it would require a lot of changes. However, you know, whether other people think it's necessary or not, I don't know. I just think anytime there's something cool that could happen with NASCAR, I think they should at least make an attempt if there's interest. But since they have Chicago, whether that continues or not sure. I really hope that Forza Motorsport 8 has stock cars, because I don't know what the licensing is going to be like. It's probably not going to have them. Probably not. But we can at least play around with them. Play around with the idea of them racing here. So I think it'll be a very fun idea. I feel like Forza 7 is not a great gauger for how the cars were supposed to handle, because it's a little bit more arcadey, you know? But then again, I also unrealistically have traction. I failed at that. Part of me kind of wants to actually turn trash control off because I'm curious. I don't think it's gonna go well. We'll see what happens. I might be able to handle it. I guess it's not that horrible managing the throttle, but it's much slower than the damn AI. I'm awful. I swear. I made a mistake. I made a bad error. The thing about Long Beach that I personally love so much, I've only been there twice, but the track is just so picturesque. There's so many places to go, not only as a fan, but as a photographer. It's not... Would you say it's like a really technical track? I don't know if you could. You definitely have not a lot of room for error, but it just feels so smooth. I like anytime I get a chance to race it, I went in reverse. Anytime I get a chance to race it in Project Cars 2 or Forza, I get giddy, because I just love the way that it drives. Not when that's happening, but in any other case, it's a lovely track. I'm a little nervous about, like, since... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm a little bit nervous about what is going to be accessible in Forza Motorsport 8. We obviously have a lot of cars and tracks already on the list for what we know is going to be coming out. And IMSA technically is owned by NASCAR, but with so many series and cars and everything else being owned by Motorsport Games and other companies, I'm really nervous about what... Like, the cars that are not listed, that are things we've become accustomed to in 6 and 7, I'm really nervous about them not being available because of the restrictions. Like, it's like an exclusivity thing, you know, where a game is not on multiple consoles and you feel bad about it when you did have that title on multiple consoles. Like, if NASCAR is locked behind this Motorsport Games wall, and it's inaccessible to Forza like we've had for the past 2 games, I'm gonna be sad. And I've seen some of the new gameplay, but it still feels like Forza Motorsport 7 as far as how it looks. Granted, maybe they're not picking the best people to actually drive the cars, and maybe there are assets that are still being finished. I don't know. But I'm hopeful but worried. I've made this very clear in the last 2 videos talking about Forza Motorsport 8. I'm hopeful but worried. And a lot of the advertisements, like, or the stuff that we've had with Forza Motorsport 8 so far on social media, has kind of been using, it seems like, the same videos and just expanding just the smallest bit on the stuff they've been talking about without giving us a whole lot of new things. So I don't know why. They're not just going balls to the walls with content release. you know? This slow game that they're playing and using the same video clips and the same key points is kind of frustrating. There's also me not having all the time to not only play games, but watch content with regards to news and updates. You want them to bring their A game. Like all those partnerships that they have, you want them to just go balls to the walls with it. I also wonder what they're gonna make changes to with regards to the AI. It's the same thing with Project Cars 2. I hope the AI we don't have AI moments, and you know what I'm talking about. Like at the beginning of this, every single restart, the AI moment in turn 1, the AI moments at Daytona, the AI moments everywhere at the beginning where they're just not only that they feel like they're on easy mode, but that they are stupid and they cannot drive. That they get stuck and confused. One of the fun things that I love about these cars, though, is sometimes when they do get sideways, you get so close to the wall. The way that they move around and play, they don't feel locked down like a GT car or an Indy car and F1 car. So the amount of play that they have and their sensitivity control, I love. Throw them around a corner like a sack of potatoes. Sometimes I stare at Forza 7 and I'm like, my god, you are a beautiful game. And then other times I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, and burn my eyes out. Anyways, so that was NASCAR at Long Beach. Will this become a reality? Well, Chicago happened. So maybe. Is it going to be difficult to do? Absolutely. Would I go to it if it happened? Probably absolutely, especially since I've already been there, but I don't know. If this is a concept that you think will become reality, like not even in the distant future, like near future, on whether or not you think it would be a good idea, share that down below. And actually, I mean, I guess they could do it because they do have the drifting alongside Porsche, Super Trucks, IndyCar, and IMSA, so maybe they could do it, you know, before or after. Just extend the amount of time that the track is being built, or is staying built. You could have its own weekend, but I guess would it be worth it? It could be.